Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, we are going to be comparing the difference between a semi-passive and a full-on passive business in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. We're going to be talking about what is the best passive business and semi-passive alike, and yeah, hopefully you learn a thing or two in today's video. Let's get straight into it. Let's first talk about the major differences between a semi-passive business and a full-on passive business. Now, there are quite a few semi-passive businesses in the game. We have all the motorcycle clubs, we have the bunker, we have the nightclub, and now we have special cargo warehouses. For a semi-passive business to run efficiently, you have to constantly make sure that there is supply and that you are selling your product when it fills. So, for example, your bunker, if you spend $75,000 on product, you will make $130,000 in profit on your sale. It's going to take 2 hours to fill, and all you have to do is sell. It takes you maybe 15-20 minutes to finish your sale mission. That's the same thing for the motorcycle club. The only business that is a little different is when it comes to the CEO warehouses and the nightclub. The nightclub simply runs off of your other businesses. You never have to resupply, you never have to spend a cent on it. All you have to do is sell, which makes it way easier than the other businesses. And when it comes to the CEO cargo warehouses, you have to walk individually into each warehouse and pay each associate $7,500 to go source you the crates. It's a bit more tedious than just going to your arcade and purchasing the supplies all at once like you can do for the bunker and the motorcycle club. One of the major disadvantages when it comes to doing sale missions is that griefers can blow up your product. If you want to get that high demand bonus to get that increased profit on what you've spent, then there is the possibility of your product being destroyed by griefers. There is also a big disadvantage of your business being raided. Your bunker, your nightclub, and your MC businesses, and actually special cargo, can all be raided, especially when they get filled to the top, which is a problem. You don't have that problem with full passive business. There are no downsides of a full-on passive business. It is basically free money. All you have to do is walk into a safe, open it up, and collect it. However, there is one advantage that the semi-passive businesses do have over the full-on passive businesses, and that is how much money they can make per hour. A good example of this would be the bunker. The bunker makes $94,500 every 48 minutes in Grand Theft Auto 5. The highest paying business every 48 minutes that's full passive is the nightclub at $50,000 per 48 minutes. So the bunker does make almost double the profit, which is a pretty big overhead. And that's not even the highest paying semi-passive business, which is actually the CEO cargo warehouses. If you spend about 4 minutes of your time paying associates $7,500 to source you the crates, you can make around $150,000 every 48 minutes, and that is accounting the amount of money you're spending on those associates as well. So when it comes to making money, you're making almost 3 times the same amount you're making with the nightclub. So there are advantages for semi-passive businesses. You can make money a lot faster, but there is still a lot more pain involved and a lot more time taken. Now that we've broken into both different types of business strategies, let's break into how much money you can earn with your full-on passive businesses and how much time it actually takes to keep them running. So, for the nightclub, it's very easy. As I said, every time you collect your money from the nightclub, there's usually a blue icon on your minimap, which Tony will tell you to either kick somebody out because they're causing problems, or, the other hand, it's a VIP that drank too much and you have to drive them. It takes maybe 5 minutes at max to drive them to the nearest location drop-off, and boom, you're not only going to get about $10,000 from completing the mission, but it's going to raise your nightclub stock. As long as you do that every time you collect your money, your nightclub is basically not going to lose any of its popularity, keeping the $50,000 every 48 minutes. The agency is the easiest in my opinion. All you have to do is complete 200 contracts. That is it. As soon as you finish the 200 contracts, you never ever have to step one foot in the agency again, apart from collecting your income. It is going to be a flat $20,000 every 48 minutes, and because of that, I believe that that is the first truly passive business, as you don't have to do a single thing but collect the money. Then we have the arcade, which is another true passive business. All you have to do is buy the arcade machines. You'll make a max of $5,000 every 48 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, I hate the arcade. It cost a couple million to fully upgrade it, and in return only $5,000 every 48 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna take you months to make a profit back. Now, if you're planning on playing GTA a lot, then sure, it might be worth the investment, but if you don't play GTA that much every day, then I would not suggest to get the arcade, as it's kind of just, or not the arcade, but I wouldn't suggest to get the arcade for the passive income, if that's what you were looking at it for. And then finally, we have the Motorcycle Club Bar Resupply. This will make $5,000 every 48 minutes, which is not bad. All you have to do is, I think once every 3 in-game days, just go to your bar and resupply. It takes maybe 5 minutes. You just have to go steal a van and deliver it, kill a couple motorcycle guys if they chase you. You can also take a cargo bob if you own one and just pick up the van and deliver it. It's a pretty easy mission overall, and for $5,000 every 48 minutes, it's not bad. In total, if you have all of the full passive businesses combined, you're going to be making $80,000 every in-game 48 minutes. When we turn the tables and take a look at how much money every 48 minutes a semi-passive business can make, you can understand why semi-passive businesses, at least some of them, are still worth the time spent on them. As we said, by far the best is the special cargo, makes upwards of $150,000 every hour as long as you are constantly resupplying it. Then we have the bunker, which makes $94,500, and then we go over to the MC businesses, which makes around $70,000 for the cocaine, and then it's like 50-something thousand for the methamphetamine, 48,000 for the counterfeit cash, and maybe like 41,000 or so for the weed. It's not great, but it is still some income. The only thing I would say about the Motorcycle Club businesses is I would not suggest to run any of them apart from the cocaine if you don't have friends helping you. Having friends helping you do the sell missions eats a lot of the time away. For example, the post-op van, maybe it takes 10 minutes to do a full sale mission with friends, compared to if you get the post-op van without friends, then it's a lot more painful, because not only can you not do it in a public lobby and not get that high demand bonus, but to furthermore add, if you don't have friends, then it's going to take you 3 times longer, as you got to do it with 3 different vehicles flying back to each one. So because of that, when it comes to motorcycle clubs, I would say solo, they are not great, and the only one you should maybe have running is maybe the methamphetamine and just the cocaine. Apart from that, really not worth the time. Apart from that, when it comes to the other businesses in the game, like the bunker, definitely worth the time, and same for the special cargo, because not only are special cargo missions super easy, but as well, it's a great income, and the sale missions, if you do it in a high-demand lobby, you're going to get an extra 1.1 million on the sale. So, as always, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I thought I would just compare the differences between these two businesses. Now, the best thing about both of them is that you can run both at the same time. So you can add that $80,000 of profit to the also semi-passive profit you're making, which is great. When it comes to making money in Grand Theft Auto Online, my best suggestion is get, obviously, the Kosatka first, but that's not a passive or semi-passive business. Next up, I would highly suggest just get your hands on an agency. Not only do the contracts pay really well and they are incredibly quick to perform, but once you get that full-on passive income, it's $20,000 every 48 minutes for doing actually nothing. Jack squat and you're making money. Plus, you also get payphone hits, which is $85,000 every 20 minutes. Overall, the agency is just the best of all worlds. It makes a crazy amount of money. It has the Dr. Dre heist. We talked about this the other day. The agency is definitely a business you should be getting your hands on if you want that full-on passive income, because there's no work whatsoever once you complete it. So that would be my opinion. But as always, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like this in the future, let me know in the comments down below. But I really thought that there are people out there that might confuse these two businesses and not understand the full context behind them. So hopefully this helped you out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.